Francisco Giants taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next. Getting the nod in this one, Shane Baz. What do we need to know here?
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
The 0-2. Ground ball right side. Alonso. He takes it on his own. One out in the top of the first. Here's Rafael Devers. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Ward settles under it. 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Luis Arias in the box now. No balls and a strike. Late with the swing there.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Today's starting pitcher, Logan Webb. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boog, this is a guy that struck out over 200 batters just a year ago. So he's definitely one of those guys that's got ridiculous swing and miss stuff. Hitters have to make a decision early, and that causes them to many times guess wrong and end up missing the baseball. But when you got a guy that's taking them out that has the ability to send guys walking back to the dugout, it can be pretty fun to watch, and hopefully that's what we'll see in this one.
That's a foul ball.
Well struck right field. Bangs off the wall. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Runner on the go. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. Tries to get back in time, but they got him. So now with 1 away and a man at second. Here's Pete Alonso. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. Runner takes off for third. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And wow, that one is way out of here. Pete Alonso with the rocket. That's his 4th home run of the series. And next for the Orioles, Taylor Ward. No question about this one. It's out of here.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Jeremiah Jackson now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. He swings and fouls one off. Here's the 0-2. Smash to center, way back, and you can
seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Out of here! 4 home runs in the first inning. One down. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. And the hits just keep on coming. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. Went deep in the ball game last night. Runner takes off. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat, other than ripping one.
Here's Tyler O'Neill, swinging it well in the series so far. He's 5 for 9. Left field, way back there. That one carrying and out of here. Tyler O'Neill sends it out. They are unloading here. Their 5th homer of the inning, and they boost their lead. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boone. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Now here is Jackson Holliday. Holliday in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Nice grab. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. A solo shot. His 9th homer of the year. So 2 down. Stepping in the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. Line and caught at third by Chapman. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Willie Adames.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And Adames swings through that one. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. Chappie steps to the dish to take his cuts. Chapman gets a piece there. Popped up. Alonso has a beat on it. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. And here is Harrison Bader. Ground ball, left side. Fair ball. Here's Elliot Ramos. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2. Runner. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And that's a strikeout looking. And he's registered 3. Bottom of the second. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. And a foul ball. The 0-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely. So, man aboard. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Jeremiah Jackson.
Runner, yes,
The
yes.
kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Foul ball. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. That one hammered, but pulled foul. And he'll shoot. Runner on the move again. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. That one is gone. My goodness, who saw this come? Adley Rutschman up now. He didn't just play baseball while at Oregon State, Zane. Adley was also on the football team.
Yeah, that's right. Adley was a place kicker his freshman year.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Into second, and he's got a double.
2 hits for him in this one. Both were extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still...
Runner breaks for third. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. It's got a chance. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. Rutschman in to score, and they extend their lead. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. A double and a run scored his first time up. He's trying for third. And a base hit on the line. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered in this game. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One run across. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Jackson Holliday now at the plate. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Hard hit down the line and left. Can't get to it, and this could score both runs. One runs in. Another comes in to score. 15-0. A 2-run double.
Got to be feeling great about that double. Big spot, and he drives in too. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull.
Runner takes off for third. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. And it's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 17-0. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's already homered here in this one. This one driven, deep center field, on its way, home run! They do it again, back-to-back homers. That's his 5th homer of the series. Line drive, knocks it down. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. Next to hit, Jeremiah Jackson. Back into the box for the second time this inning. And we remember what he did the first time around.
Yes, we do. And now he has the chance to do it again. Some of the
runner on the go. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Here's Adley Rutschman. Well struck left field. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. Ramos hurries it back in. Runner holds it third, so just one across on the play. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Oh, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists.
Hard runner. He's got it. Both runners tagging. Runner in from third to extend their lead.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And the runner's coming home. Base hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and the lead continues to grow. 1 out man at first. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Runner on the move. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one is off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they extend their lead. So the lineup flips over. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jackson Holliday. First offering, runner goes. Ripped, but it curls foul. Runner on the go again. On the line, base hit. And no thought of testing that arm in right. Despite the runner moving on the pitch, it's now first and second. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop Gunnar Henderson. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single. Line drive, base hit. The relay throw. The tag out.
I don't think he got a great read and or jump as he was trying to score from second on that one. Nice execution by the defense. Come up throwing, hit the relay man, and then onto the plate. Beautiful example of a well-executed play.
Now a chance for Pete Alonso. And that is the third out of the inning. Finally, the inning comes to a close after they push across. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Patrick Bailey leading things off and takes a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Boz, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
On the ground right side. Over to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Strike 2. Goes down looking.
Leading off for the Orioles, left fielder Taylor Ward.
Line drive, leaps and he's got it.
Timed it perfect. It's hard, I think, for those guys on the corners because, you know, especially when it's a, you know, right-handed hitter for third baseman, you don't see the ball all that well going through the zone. And if it's a left-hander, you got a better shot.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Up next for the Orioles.
So next to him for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman. 3 for 3 with a homer and 2 doubles. Here's the pitch, runner on the move. And that's a fair ball. Relay to third. The tag out. He can't scramble back in time. So man aboard. Jordan Westburg will hit next. Runner on the go. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Back-to-back singles. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Line drive. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third. So 2 on with 2 away. And next for the Orioles, Tyler O'Neill.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Ripped towards third, inning over, and it could have been worse. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Yeehaw! Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
Ball.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound. Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Man at first with 1 gone. Willie Adames stands in.
Ball up.
The 1-0. And Willie fouls one back.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
The 2-1. That one
Ball.
missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And that one fouled off. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a pop-up. Holiday under it. He makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Giants, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Here's Matt Chapman. First time up was a pop-out.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a foul straight back. Arise leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Ball.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This one in the air, right field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
Those plays are challenging for outfielders because of the chase to the ball. You know you have to do everything perfect just to track it down. Sometimes even that's not enough to make the catch.
And now Bader up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Ward should have this one. And that is that. The Orioles on top 23-0. Back here in Baltimore, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side. know, these
Ball,
Orioles
outside.
putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Looking at the numbers, they've got 4 hits when they're behind in the count. That says they are absolutely battling at the plate and just not giving up, despite what the count says.
Hey!
And if you're a manager or a hitting coach, you love to see your guys really fighting for every at-bat, every pitch. It tells you a lot about how they showed up to the ballpark today.
The 1-1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Pitch misses
Ball.
there. 2-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Just off
that's
the
in.
inside edge.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
So up next, Gunnar Henderson. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Last
No,
couple of
that's
pitches
out.
breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. That one lifted to left. Ramos gets under it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman, Pete.
One out man at first. Here's a big power threat. Pete Alonso. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right.
Ball. That's high.
The Orioles up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Base hit center field. Holiday rounds second on his way to third. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Two on, 1 out. Foul ball there. Foul ball still 0-2. Holiday, the runner at third. Alonso at first, 1 gone. Out towards right center field. That's a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away. Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit. That one catches the zone, and that's strike one. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Called out on strikes.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Rutschman getting ready to hit. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Check swing, but he went too far. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
2 on, 2 outs. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Good job at damage control right there. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Orioles lead it 24-0. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers.
Well, these Giants, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Henderson over to first in time. 1 away here in the 5th.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Patrick Bailey.
No, that
challenge
missed.
From behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. And it's fouled away.
Really
missed.
Good
That's
take,
a ball.
especially with 2 strikes.
And the 2-2. Swings through it for the K. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Schmidt at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
High fly ball out towards left center. Cowser on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching San Francisco Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one.
The 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
For the Orioles, center fielder, Colton.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The Orioles up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5.
That missed. That's a ball.
One and 2 now. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
O'Neill in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Take one. Ball.
The 2-1. In the air, left field. And that's the 3rd out. The Orioles with the lead 24-0. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. Jung-Hoo Lee
Leading
digs
off
in
for
now.
the Giants, right fielder Jung-Hoo Lee.
First pitch,
That's a
and he has
ball.
to get out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a foul ball.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
The 2-1. And there's a foul ball. Now a fly ball to right center. O'Neill has a beat on it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Giants, first baseman
Rafael Devers up to hit. Clips the corner. It's 0-1. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Zach Eflin appears to be getting loose. Povich getting cranked up as well. The Giants with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
Ball outside.
The 1-1. And a strike to Devers.
He
That's the
really
ball.
committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
That's to third. Toss to Alonso. Great pick. They get out number 2 in a tough play.
Great job from the first baseman to get a little dirty on the play for the catch. Just because it looked easy, that doesn't mean it was.
Luis Ariz stands in. 1 for 2.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. The throw is wild and it gets away.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
Willie Adames will hit next.
Pack. Nope. Ball.
Ariz, the runner at first with 2 gone. Off the mark
Ball,
there.
low.
And it's 2-1. Fastball is outside.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Struck him out looking. Picks up strikeout number 7. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. This is Giants baseball on the show NorCal. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Were we on script?
Never.
Did you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So you know, we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Fought off foul. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Orioles, shortstop
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Grabs it on the run. 2 away now.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman.
So digging in, Pete Alonso.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
This to third, Chapman. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. The Orioles out front here, 24-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Orioles,
We're in the 7th. We have a new
number
pitcher on the
24,
mound, Zach Eflin.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate.
San Francisco, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Here. That's a ball. Ball.
That one
That's
misses.
inside.
3-1. In there at the knees for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Hit on the
That
ground to the
ball's
right
foul.
side. And it goes just foul. Three-two. High fly ball down the left field line. Back there. And that one's gone. Matt Chapman hits one out. And they've got their first run. It's 24-1.
Well, there goes the shutout, just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Bader now. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Hee-haw!
The 0-1.
Ball inside.
And a base hit. And a man aboard.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Stepping in, Elliot Ramos.
Ha!
One on, nobody out. A run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is fouled back. In the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One gone here.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Everything came together for him. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Casey Schmidt, the next Giant to hit. Two on, 1 out. That one fouled off. Going 2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Bader at second. Bailey over at first with 1 away. Struck him out looking. Digging in, Jung-Hoo Lee 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
No, that's up.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. 2 on, 2 outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. 1 run across. Bailey coming home. Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for the Giants.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Zach Eflin won't go any further. And he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Rico Garcia.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Now it's Devers at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Runner at second, 2 down.
Nope, ball. Ball, that's down.
That misses.
That's the ball.
3 balls and a strike. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Runner from second crosses the plate. And in at second with an RBI double.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Next is the designated hitter, Luis Arias. 1 for 3. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. In the dirt. And that misses.
Ball.
And it's 2-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that one is downstairs. 3-2 down. Stays alive.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Man on second, 2 down. Sets it down looking. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and leave 1. 7th inning stretch time. The Orioles out front 24-4. You're watching San Francisco. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Left fielder, Taylor Ward.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
And the 1-0. This one in the air, center field. Bader in position. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Orioles,
Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. left field, base hit. And that's a one-out single.
Up next for the Orioles.
Now the catcher up to hit, Adley Rutschman. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And the 0-1. That one ran inside, almost got him. The 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Another 1-2. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. Everybody's going to be safe.
Up next for the Orioles. Center
All
fielder,
loaded up. Colton Cowser, the next to hit. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Next offering is fouled back. All loaded up here at the bottom of the 7th. In there, sets him down on strikes.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
And into the box for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bader settles underneath it. And that will end the inning. The Orioles. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Keegan Aiken.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Handles, throws to first. One pitch and one out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Chapman in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. The Giants with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's hard hit in the line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now Harrison Bader. Left field, way back there. And that one is going to go. Harrison Bader hits one out. And digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. And that one hammered. That's back. That one hops against the fence. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. Runner takes off. Laser. Could be extra bases. Relay throw to second. In there safely.
Picks himself up an RBI. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way.
One out, runner at second. Casey Schmidt getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. The relay. And he's in there.
He's in there. He's safe.
A run comes in on the play. Hung up in a rundown down. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out. Back to the top of the order. Jung-Hoo Lee now at the plate. And it stays fair. In safely with a double, his second of the day. Man in scoring position with 2 away. And here is Devers. Oh, he can't hang on. Still able to fire over, but it's not in time. Base hit. So now the DH spot, Luis Arias. And he can't come up with it. In comes the run from third. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Now the Giants' 4-hitter, Willie Adames. Hard hit, right side. And they're happy to just get off the field after that. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Orioles' leadoff hitter, Jackson Holliday. New arm for the Giants, Eric Miller.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Ball.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time. And they'll do it again. The 0-2 to third. Chapman over to first in time. 2 away. 2 outs. Base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Pete Alonso. This one's smoked on its way out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. Chapman under it. That is the inning. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Cade Povich. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Chapman in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one opts against the fence. And the 9th inning starts with a double.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner breaks for third. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Chapman headed home. Runner from second crosses the plate. An off throw to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. So man aboard. And up next for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Runner takes off, makes the catch, one down. To second with the throw, no chance to get back. It's a double play. So they're down to their final out. Patrick Bailey will hit next. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles have won 10 in a row.
So they break it to another level with this win streak at 10.